Page 397.
It's called trigger. I'm gonna staple you guys.
Yay.
That was intentional.
Guys, let's go.
I'm gonna staple you.
Okay. I'm going to write number 1 a little bit differently than they wrote it. Instead of parentheses and the division symbol, I'm just going to use division bar. Okay, you guys, yes, test on like Tuesday. You guys know how we use distributive property when we have like a number next to parentheses?
Yeah.
This is distributive property. So this is also distributive property, but it's division. Okay, this doesn't mean just divide one of these things by 5x, it means divide the whole thing by 5x. I wrote it vertically instead of horizontally like the book did because I think this is a little better visual. Alright, so here we go. What is 5 divided by 5? 1. And what's x squared divided by x? X. Remember when you're dividing the same base, you basically subtract the exponents, right? So it's 2 minus 1 is 1. X to the 1 or just x. So 5 divided by 5 was 1. X squared divided by x is x. 1x is just x. So normally when you get a 1, like 5 divided by 5, basically it just disappeared because when it became a 1 and it multiplied to something else, it just went away. So basically the 5's canceled out there. Now we have to divide this. What's 25 divided by 5? 5. What's x divided by x? No, 1. But 5 times 1 is just 5. So the x's cancel out there. That make sense?
Sort of.
Well, we're going to do a lot more, so you'll probably get a little more comfy with them. We're going to 22, so.
We should do it till 10.
No.
15.
25.
20.
No, we're
Did
good.
you start
27.
25?
We're good where we are.
We're bargaining.
Can we do negative 27? Yeah, let's do it. That sounds like a good idea. Take it or leave it.
I think he's gonna leave it.
Leave it. Okay, so here we go again. What is 8 divided by 2?
4.
4. What is x cubed divided by x? X squared, yeah. Okay, minus, what is 2x divided by 2x? 1. Okay, now, why did I write 1 on this one and not on that one? Okay, because on this one, 1 times 5 is just 5. But on this one, there is nothing to multiply the 1 with, so it just stays 1. So they do cancel out, kind of, but they still, anyway, they leave a 1. People get that wrong sometimes because they just leave that blank. Or, yeah, anyway. It has to be at least a 1 right there. Number 5. Oh, did I do the wrong problem? No, that's number 3x squared plus 15 divided by 3. What is 3x squared divided by 3? X squared. 1x squared is just x squared. Plus, what's 15 divided by 3? 5. Grant, you need to be quiet. Number 7. 7a squared b. 42ab squared over 7ab. Alright, what's 7 divided by 7?
1.
Yeah, so it kind of just disappears. What's a squared divided by a? A. B divided by b. Cancels out. So it's just a. Minus, what's 42 divided by 7? 6. A divided by a, gone. B squared divided by b. So, I don't know, this might confuse you. A lot of these division problems are kind of easy, as you guys see. The problem is, at the end of this assignment, we're doing the harder division problems. And then when we come back to do the easy division problems on the review, you're probably gonna forget how to do them. Because you'll get them confused with the harder kind. But that's okay, that's what review's for. Alright, number 9. 24 a squared b minus 12 ab plus 9b squared over 3b. Alright, what is 24 divided by 3? 8. What's going to happen to the a squared? Stays. B divided by b, gone. Minus 12 divided by 3. Minus 4. A's still there. B divided by b, gone. Plus 9 divided by 3. B squared divided by b. I'm writing too big. Okay, number 11, 15x cubed minus 3x squared plus 27x divided by negative 2x. Alright, this one might throw us off here. What are we going to do with 15 divided by negative 2? Well, what do we usually do when we have like 15 equals negative 2x? What do we usually do in this situation?
Divide.
We go like that, right? And then what do we put for the answer? What do we usually put?
7.5 or 7.5.
15.
We usually put negative 15 over 2, right? It is negative 7.5, but we usually just leave it as an improper. That way we don't have to. Anyway, so I'm going to do that. Technically, negative 7.5 is correct, but we're negative 7.5. I'm just going to leave it. And then what's x to the 3 divided by x? X squared. So you can put it off to the side like that, or, well, we're just going to do that. We could have put it on the top of the fraction. Nah. Okay, what's negative 3 divided by negative 2? Positive 3 halves. And x squared divided by x. X. Plus, oops, hold on. 27 divided by negative 2. Doesn't divide very well, does it? So negative 27 over 2. And x divided by x? Gone. So that's it.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Alright, 13. For some reason, as I keep writing, I keep going higher. Higher and higher. 13.
You just said
3 into the 4th plus 5 cubed minus n squared over. What is 3 n to the 4th divided by n squared?
3 into the second.
Not quite.
3 into the what? Is 9?
4 minus 2.
That's, 2. No, please.
What's 5n cubed divided by n squared? 5n. So basically all we're doing is subtracting the exponents, right? 3 minus
yeah.
2. And then minus what's n squared divided by n squared?
No.
Zero.
And
1.
1. Anything divided by itself is 1. None of these terms are going to come out as 0.
Pirates. That's a paper.
Okay, 15. We got one more easy one. hard
It's like
ones.
unnecessary.
Oh, that's pretty stuffy.
Because I don't want you to get bored.
We won't get bored.
Okay. Alright, this one might trip us up a little bit. What do you guys think for this first one? X to the fourth divided by 3x.
1/3.
3x
Right.
to the third.
Not 3.
1.
Okay, we've used this trick before, right? Shh. Girls. Yeah. You can kind of put a 1 in right there. So it's 1/3 x to the third. Plus, what's 9 divided by 3? X 3 divided by x. Minus, what's 5 divided by 3? And x divided by x. Gone.
There's no b's in this equation?
Huh?
There's no b's in this equation?
B's? B's?
Never mind. Never mind. Just be close.
There's no. Oh, the
Okay.
letter D.
Before we do,
No. Why would you say that?
okay, shh, guys, what's different about the B section?
They have multiple.
Oh my god.
The divisor, the divisor has 2 terms, right? And you could use this trick with 3 or, so you can't, it's a lot easier when you're dividing by 1 term, because you can just divide each of the numerator's terms by the divisor term. Much simpler. But when you're dividing by 2 or 3 or 4 terms, you have to use long division, polynomial long division. Okay, before we do this, this is an example. This is not number 17. Let's see if I can move this stuff over here. Okay, let's try and remember like how normal long division works. You guys did this last year, remember? And the year before that.
39.
Basically, you need to do this. Okay, remember we always said 12 times what? Or how many times can 12 go into this?
3.
3. And then remember we did 3 times 12,
Oh,
36. And then remember we subtracted that.
Then bring it down.
And then we got 3. And then we bring the next one down.
53.
And we started over. Oh, I didn't want that to work out nicely. Let me change that to a 7 so it's messy.
No, it was 33.1.
Okay. How many times does 12 go into 37?
2. Or,
3.
oh.
Okay. And then what did we do with the remainder?
Add another 0.
Okay, if you want a decimal, you did 0.0 and brought a 0 down.
You
And
put the R next.
yeah, like 5th grade we used the R, or 6th grade probably a little bit. What's the other way?
Fraction.
How do you do the fraction?
1/12.
You put the remainder over the divisor, like that. So it's like a mixed number, 33 and 112.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably the easiest way to deal with it. Well, it's about like an R, but just do 1/12. Okay.
So now you're telling us to deal with that.
Oh, I don't want to really do that. Hold on. Okay, alright. Here, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I guess.
So, you're going to start with this x right here. You're going to say x times what equals 2x to the 4th. 2 what?
2x to the
2x to the 3rd.
Which number is this?
This is an example.
Okay, x times 2x to the 3rd would give us this 2x to the 4th, right?
Yeah.
So remember how over here I did 3 times 12, put down here and subtracted? So I'm going to do 2x to the 3rd times all of this, put it down here and subtract. So what's 2x to the 3rd times x? 2x to the 4th. We chose it so that these two would be the same, right?
Yeah.
And then what's 2x to the 3rd times minus 1? Negative 2x to the 3rd. Okay, here's the part that trips up people a lot of times. We're actually supposed to subtract this bottom line. So in other words, we're supposed to subtract all of that. So minus that and minus the minus 2. So really what we're doing is subtracting that, and minus minus becomes a plus. These go away every time. We chose the numbers so that they would go away, and they do. But this one doesn't. What's negative x cubed, negative 1x cubed plus 2x cubed? No, 1x cubed. Remember, when you're adding and subtracting, you just add the numerators. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1x cubed. And then guess what? Bring down the next term and start. Bring down the next term and start over. Like how many times 12 on that? How many times does x times what equals x cubed? X times what equals x cubed? X to the second, right? So up here I'm going to put positive plus x to the second. Then I'm going to multiply x to the second times this, put it down here and subtract. What's x squared times x? X cubed. See how these are matching? What's x squared times minus 1? Shh. What's x squared times minus 1? Negative x squared. Okay, but we're actually subtracting this bottom line, so that's going to become a plus. These go away. 5x squared plus x squared.
5x.
No, that's multiplying. 6x squared.
Oh, I know.
It's like saying I have 5 of these plus 1 of these, so I have 6 of these. Same thing.
Oh.
Okay, bring down, I think I forgot my x there. Bring down the next one and start over. X times what equals 6x squared? 6x. X times what equals 6x squared? We need a 6, but we also need another x, right? So 6x. 6x times x is 6x squared, and 6x times minus 1, should have done that, is, oh gosh. Minus 6x, but we have to subtract the bottom line, which means we need to add that again. 9x plus 6x, 15x. Bring down the last one, we're almost done. Minus 6, and start over for the last time. So x times what equals 15x? 15. So what's 15 times x minus 1? 15x minus 15. But we're subtracting this line, so that needs to become a plus. What's negative 6 plus 15?
9.
9. What am I going to do with that 9?
Fraction.
Yes, fraction. So what I'm going to do, really this remainder over here of 1/12 is like 33 plus 1/12, that's what it means. So on my remainder, I'm just going to put plus 9 over x minus 1. Okay, the good news is this problem is twice as big as all the problems we're going to do. So this is a really big one. We just need a lot of practice. But now we're ready for 17.
Do we have to put all that effort into doing that?
That was just an example. I just stole that from example 4 in your book if you want to look at it.
That was the example.
That was one of the examples, example 4. Okay, number 17.
Oh my gosh.
X squared plus x minus 6 divided by x plus 3.
There's no easier.
Remember when you use the division box that it works, you write it backwards from the division symbol. So x squared plus x minus 6 is in the box, x plus 3 is outside.
Do you want us to like show a word?
Yes, definitely show you it. Because this is something you cannot do in your head, so you have to just show you.
Hope to do it in her.
No, she's Mega Knight.
Even I wouldn't try to do this one in my head. Okay, x times what equals x squared? X. I'll say it again. X times what would give us x squared? X. So then I'm going to do x times these two, put it down here and subtract. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. But don't get tripped up, we actually have to subtract the bottom line. So it's actually a minus 3x. So what is 1x minus 3x? Negative 2x. Bring down the next guy, so you're almost done already.
Yay.
And then start over. X times what equals negative 2x? Negative 2. I'm going to put a minus 2 up there. What is minus 2 times these two guys? Negative 2x minus 6. Okay, when I subtract the bottom line, minus minus becomes plus. So what do I get? 0, which means
Nothing.
no remainder. So the answer is x minus 2.
Wow, that was.
Oh, that worked. Just get x minus 2.
Yes, the answer, yeah. Are you guys done with that? Can I move it?
Yeah.
Yogis.
Okay, 19.
Looks like Skylar says too.
X squared. Okay, here we go. X times what equals 3x squared? Paxton, you definitely. No, you need a pencil. You should always use a pencil for this class. There's, well,
These are just the odds.
No, me.
alright, on the evens you need to use a pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, x times what equals 3x squared? 3x. Let's change colors. 3x. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times minus 9 minus 27x. But we're subtracting the bottom line, so that's going to become a plus 27x. What's negative 26x plus 27x? Bring down the next guy, start over. What's x? X times what equals x? 1. So we're going to put plus 1. What is 1 times x minus 9? X minus 9. What happens when I subtract the bottom line? Get another 0. So no remainder, so 3x plus 1 is the answer. Alright. 21 and 22 are both going to have remainders. But 18 and 16, sorry, 18 and 20 should not have a remainder. So if you don't get a remainder in 18 and 20, you probably did it right. All right, let's do 21. Uh, 3x squared plus, nope, a squared plus 4a plus 12 divided by a minus 6. So, you guys tell me, what was the first question I asked?
The A with the A. How do you make it?
How would it go
correlate
to that
with
one?
the other thing?
Yeah, I said a times what equals a squared?
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
Then I did,
You multiplied it.
right, so a squared minus 6a, right? Then what did I do?
Subtract.
Subtract, which would make that a plus. 4a plus 6a, now what? A times what equals 10A? 10. What's 10 times A minus 6? Minus 60. Okay, but then we're subtracting the bottom line. It becomes a plus 60. What is 12 plus 60?
72.
What do I do with the 72?
Plus 72 over 8 minus 6.
Right, I put it up here as we're going to make plus 72 over the divisor, A minus 6. Alright, good luck. You got 19 minutes. Go, team, go.
Is this due tomorrow or Friday?
Can you say no bees?
The bees?
No bees, like
No bees.